Morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It is coming up on 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. All right, I want to talk to Donald Trump supporters if you're watching my channel. Guys, yesterday, Donald Trump cut funding to the World Health Organization in the middle of a pandemic that's killed 125,000 people worldwide. This pandemic's no joke. It's no conspiracy. It's no hoax. It's a real scientific thing that happens on this earth that we have to deal with. So I watched Trump's actions over the last couple days. And I started to ask myself this question. What do we need Donald Trump for? What is he doing for us? Seriously, besides for fucking everything up, besides for dividing us, what is this man doing? As I went through my town, I looked at the IGA, how they're taking temperatures now. They've adapted all these new ways to deal with our situation. Spacing on the floor, the shoppers spacing each other out, plexiglass barriers between the cashiers. They're taking our temperatures as we go in the store. I'm watching the bank functioning smoothly through the drive-through. I'm watching the postal workers all going about their business. I'm watching the townspeople, my neighbors, all talking to each other, but from a distance. I saw one neighbor dropping off food and plastic, a supply of garbage bags for my other next door neighbor. And I started to think how beautifully we've adapted. It's not a good situation, but we've adapted to it very nicely. Then I thought about our governors in this little area here in the Northeast, our 7 governors coming together to work together to get a plan to get back to work in a smart, timely, coordinated fashion, because this virus knows no boundaries. We have to do this. With 95 running through the middle of Connecticut, we're all moving about in this area. To have one state do one thing and another state do another thing would be chaos. It's a great idea, and I'm very proud of how our governors came together for this plan. Excuse me. I got allergies. All right. So I watched how we're functioning. Then I watched Donald Trump. And what does he do? I'm watching the hospitals working together, state to state, sharing the stuff that's still in short supply, communicating between each other. I see the schools working as hospitals. We're all working together, coming up with plans. And then I look at Donald Trump. And what is this man doing? Yesterday, he spent the day trying to throw a monkey wrench into the governors, because he's going to be upstaged by these governors. The governors have decided to, as we've talked about before, it's up to the governors to shut down the states and open the states. Donald Trump has insisted that he has total control like a king over the entire country. Got to have total control. And you see his true nature coming out, this childish need for just complete control. And it's just, I see him blowing apart every day, just his true nature. So yesterday, he spends the day saying how he'll stop these governors from doing the right thing if he has to, because he has control and it's his say, not theirs. And he'll stop them if he has to. Our governors are doing a great job coming up with plans, getting the necessary people together to formulate an idea to get back to business. And what does Donald Trump do? He gets angry because he's not in the spotlight, because they're doing this without him, as they're supposed to. And he's angry about it, and he's threatening to interfere with it. Then He cuts funding to the World Health Organization. In the middle of a pandemic, 125,000 people across the world have died, and yesterday he cuts funding to the World Health Organization. Why? To cover up his mistakes in recognizing this pandemic. And he as we all know, I think even you Trump supporters have to see it by now. It's nothing but blame with this guy. He needs someone to blame. He needs to be adored and thanked for a wonderful job. And that's all he does. He doesn't do a wonderful job. He just messes things up. He just goes from one thing to another, interfering, dividing. He is more destructive than constructive. Watch what he's done over the last couple of days. And it's nothing short of just of screwing up each thing that the rest of the country has started to organize. Why do we even need this man? Okay, well, I can hear Trump supporters now. Well, what about your $1,200 check? It's our money. It's not his money. It's the taxpayers' money. Apparently, they've taken enough money from us in the last months and years that they now have $2 trillion to mess around with and give back to us. It's our money. It's not Donald Trump's. We don't need him for that. We don't need him for any of this. What is he doing? He's nothing but a clown going from setting fires as we go about and try to fix and coordinate and set up plans. He comes around behind us and throws gasoline and matches on everything. What is he doing in the White House right now? I know this is a rant more than anything, but this morning when I read that he cut funding to the World Health Organization, that was the last. I was set to make another video, but when I read that, I was like, "You got to be kidding me! What do we even need this guy for?" He is more of a hindrance to this entire country right now. We are tolerating him more than anything at this point, than needing him or thanking him. Trump supporters, you've got to see this. How do you justify this? How do you justify any of this? This cult of Trump, this haze that you've been operating under, it must be thinning. You must be able to see through this by now. What is this man doing other than hindering our progress through this? Every day, that's all he's doing, and trying to protect his own legacy. It's all about him. It's unbelievable. I really thought about it yesterday. What do we need him for? What is he doing for us right now? Other than causing more division and more problems. I'm sorry this was a rant, but I had to get that out. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you again soon.